All right, Sally Mann soared to fame in the 1990s. The world-renowned photographer released a series of images called Immediate Family. But along with the claim, controversy. Some of the pictures showed her young children not wearing clothes. 25 years later, Mann looks at her remarkable career in a new memoir out this morning, Hold Still. She opened up to Charlie Rose in a rare interview at the Gagosian Gallery, surrounded by some of her iconic work.
You seem in your work always to be interested in life and death and memory and history and place.
Yeah, that may be because I'm a Southerner. You know about that.
I do.
Yeah, those seem to be...
We like to tell stories.
Yeah, we do.
The South is more than a place to Sally Mann. It's home, family, and her inspiration, which began with her father.
He was a doctor, he was a medical doctor, but he gave up to be a devoted one. He gave up a great deal. Yeah.
He gave up what you are.
He gave up literature and art.
Yeah.
And those were the two things he loved.
Did your dad give you your first camera?
He did. He handed it to me with virtually no explanation. No, this is how you load the film, and this little Weston light meter. You remember all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And I just started taking pictures, and it was an instant love affair.
What was it?
It was just ecstatic. It was the joy of looking at a negative. That's, the fixer is dripping down your arms, and you hold it up to the light. And I've said at other times that it's almost sexual in its intensity. You're just ecstatic.
Sally took that fire and ran with it, but never far from home. She's photographed and worked on her family farm for almost 50 years. She has an unflinching commitment to the past in approach and process.
And you like black and white?
I do.
Why?
I do. It's harder. That's not why I like it. But it's harder, but it also makes you get right to the essence of what you're taking the picture of. You're not distracted by the color. I mean, the color is just an entirely different process and a way of thinking. I see everything in black and white, and I also now start seeing things like I see you right now in a little 8x10 rectangle.
Oh God.
I'm sorry.
God help me.
But yeah, you start blocking out things, and that's a really important part of taking a picture, is the ability to isolate what you're concentrating on.
For 10 years, she concentrated on her children. She photographed them playing and living, and she made art out of the ordinary. But the nudity and mysterious nature of the prints outraged some.
Did you know what you were doing?
No, I was just taking pictures because the kids were around, and gradually a construct was built around
So that's
them.
what Immediate Family was about. They were just around. That's
It
what they were
started-
around,
They were
running around.
documentary in origin. No, they grew less so.
They grew to become what?
Well, they grew to have a narrative around them and metaphorical implications. They got much more complicated.
Now they're all successful adults. How did they see them, photographs?
I usually answer that by saying, you should ask them.
So we did.
Tell me about what it was like.
Virginia is Sally's youngest. She was just a toddler when the pictures began.
I think one of the things that you may not appreciate about the pictures is that we were incredibly lucky to have a mother who is at home all the time.
Think of dreaming.
And we got to work with her, and she somehow found a way to make her work, something that we did together with her. It was collaborative. We were proud of it.
As the children grew, so did Sally's fascination with the land around them. So she began to photograph southern landscapes. The series are haunting, romantic, and sentimental, all at once. After landscapes, it was death. In her 30s, she watched as her father died fearlessly. It inspired a decade of jarring and thought-provoking images about the reality of life's end. It is a reality all too familiar now. Her husband, Larry, has been the love of her life for 4 decades. Now in his later years, he's battling muscular dystrophy. Together, they're facing it by documenting it.
Maybe one of my favorite bodies of work, and one of the toughest in so many ways.
Because it was painful for you?
It's harder for him, though. I mean, it was hard for me, but it's harder for him. And when you have a subject who's willing to put themselves out like that, there are pictures that I've taken that made me just ache for him. And I would say, "Are you sure you want me to show these pictures?" And he said, "Yeah." He believes that what we make together is important.
Over a long, wonderful life, Sally Mann has woven an honest and fearless tapestry of work.
How do you measure getting better?
I think it's a sort of a visceral thing. I think the difference is that I used to be taking pictures to save things. The impulse was to either take pictures to save something or to try and see what something would look like when it was photographed. Now it's a lot more important to me to actually say something. I don't waste any time. I don't waste time. I work all the time. I never leave home. I mean, I just stay honed in on what's ahead. I'm sure you do too, right?
In the end, it's love and work. You know, it is. It's love
Freud and
of
Shakespeare.
family. It's love of friends. It's love of the world around you.
Right.
You know, and at the same time, it's work to find your place and a
And-
place
and
that you
leave
can
your mark.
stand and leave your mark.
Yeah.
Thank you for this.
Thank you.
Thank you is right. Her work is so personal.
Oh my goodness,
Haunting is the
beautiful.
word
And
to
powerful.
describe
Absolutely
it.
gorgeous.
Powerful, beautiful, you're right.
All of it.
Yeah, look at this. This is her book that's out. It's a nice, beautiful, thick memoir. And look at this great picture.
Yeah.
You know, not only for her children to see pictures of them growing up, but just you're moved by her images.
it's
You
a
know,
treasure.
they say something.
And I love the title, Hold
What's the
Still.
title? Yeah.
Yeah,
Hold Still.
Nice.
Yeah.
By the way, you can see the entire interview on Charlie's PBS program.